It's not a good way to start any video. Dear good everyone, welcome back to my sitting room. My name is Diesel and you're as always most welcome. One, apologies for the coughing, it might happen a lot. It's not been a good health week. Also sound a bit like a frog. Again, not been a good health week. But today we're going to be reviewing a book, which is actually the first book in a series that I haven't finished yet. Aren't you excited? I've always said that I should review them as they come and not at the end, and I'm doing it. Dance party for success. Stop. Step 1. Tell you what book we're doing. Today we're going to be doing Cracked, which is the first book in the Soul Eater series by Eliza Crewe. Step 1 complete. So what's it all about? Well, the book follows Mida, depending, who is a teenage girl with a difference. She eats people. Well, more technically, she eats the souls of people. But she only does it to people who she thinks deserves it. So like murderers, pedophiles, rapists, general scum. Luckily, Mida actually really enjoys killing these pedophiles, rapists, and so on and so forth. So really everybody wins, except the people that she's killing. Another point about Mida is her mother was murdered. So she kind of exists in a very small world where it's just her, and she doesn't know any other soul eaters to turn to explain to her why she is the way she is. So there's no one to guide her. That is until one day 3 men in suits turn up, who seem to be exactly like her and can do exactly what she can do. And finally she's thought she's found all the answers to all of the questions she's ever had, apart from one small problem. These 3 men are actually trying to kill her. Complicated. However, as luck would have it, Mida's rescuers come in the form of 3 crusaders who are members of an elite group whose life goal is basically to wipe out all people like Mida, which, really adds to the complication. But Mida is a sneaky individual, so she decides the best thing she can do is to infiltrate this group of elitist crusaders, pretend that she is one of the good guys, and essentially find out all they know about her kind. However, sometimes nasty things are better left unsaid, and Mida finds out some things that she really would rather not have known, including truths about her mom, her dad, and her destiny. Good times. So let's get right to the thoughts. The first thing I have to mention, just because some people might be uncomfortable by this, the book is not religious. It doesn't throw religion down your throat, but there are a lot of elements of God and God's plan and heaven and stuff incorporated into this book. Also, there's a lot of things about hell. So if you're uncomfortable by Christian dogma, a lot of it is fantasy based. This book would not be for you. But if you don't mind that, absolutely rock it out. Just needed to say that just in case. So the book itself, we all know, if you've been here a while, that the most important thing that I take out of books straight away is how I associate with the main character. Because, you can't take a road trip with someone you don't like. That would be insane. And Mida is one of the funnest characters I have ever gone on a trip with, ever. She's so snarky and funny, and the book, just the way she speaks, is hilarious. She throws in constant one-liners. Every paragraph is this hilarious mindset. And when I started to read it, when you're reading from Mida's point of view, for me personally, I don't know if this will be the same for everyone, but I was never outside Mida's body. It was not like I was watching her interact with people. It was kind of like seeing things through her eyes, because she tells the story. It's like she's speaking to you. So I saw it all through her eyes. So it was like you were her going on the journey. Maybe not everyone will feel that way, but that was what I got into my head straight away, and that's what my mind ran with. The other characters in the book, I really enjoy them. They're funny. Some of them are kind of, they can be quite overdone in their personalities where they never really change, but they're still good companions to go on this journey with, and I really enjoyed it. Just the snarkiness alone of Mida is enough to keep you going. Even if you're not really into the plot, I think her hilarious attitude would just keep you sailing the whole way. The plot itself was an interesting one for me, because like I said, Mida's, excuse me, I'm sorry to be coughing on you, even if you're not really into the plot, Mida's character will still sail you through this because she's so freaking funny. I did like the plot. It wasn't as strong as other books I've read because I think the characters really outshine the plot, but it was still good. The plot twists in it, I thought I had figured out, but then I was like steered away from them because the book is quite sneaky. But then I suppose Mida is quite sneaky too, so it's kind of to be expected that this book is pretty sneaky. Some of the religious elements did make me kind of uncomfortable, but that was more my own thing rather than the book's fault. And once I had like rationalized through them, I didn't mind them at all. It is kind of heteronormative in terms of the Crusaders like have to get married to each other to be Crusaders, and they work as a couple, and like there's no premarital sex, and it's kind of like a man and woman type thing. There was no mention of gay couples or anything, but I mean, if you can get past that or you don't take too much out of it, maybe I'm just a scorned ex-Christian that kind of gets to me, there won't be any problem. Obviously, I continued on to the next book. I told you that at the start. And the plot is good. Some of it can be kind of, like I said, outshone by the characters, but it is still really well written. Like the fight scenes and stuff are super well written, and you feel like you're experiencing it with Mida rather than watching her experience it. What I loved about it is there's no kind of main focal love plot. The boy in it is although he is kind of a typical, like, everybody loves him, he's so popular type of YA boy, his whole personality is just a completely different direction, which is so refreshing because I'm used to like the moody, brooding, nobody understands me type of YA boy, but Malachi, who is the name of the boy in this, is completely different, and it's amazing. And there's no like catty love triangles or anything. It's just such a refreshing take on YA and relationships between girls and like best friends and things, and I just really liked it. I would definitely recommend it to people. I think you'll have a lot of fun reading it. It's a really quick read. If you get a chance to sit down and fly through it, you'll be laughing for days. It's so funny and witty, and Mida is just one of the best characters that I've ever seen written. Some of it is really heartbreaking. There are parts in it that are quite scary. And overall, it's just like an eclectic mix of emotions that I really liked. So would I be continuing on with it? Obviously I did. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I think you'd really enjoy it. And other than that, I think that's all I have to say. I'm going to go read the second one now and hopefully have a good time and finish it tonight for fun times and giggles. That made no sense. Anyway, thanks very much for coming, or grab Margaret for coming, and until next time, slán.